holiday season is here, and if you're a knitter like myself and you're looking for some last minute gift ideas, this video is for you. I'm gonna share a couple of free patterns that I often end up knitting as gifts for my friends. And I just love hats because you can often do it with one skein of yarn, or maybe in this case, held it with a kit sail. It's not very time consuming, so it is something that you can whip up pretty quick. All these patterns are relatively straightforward, so you could be listening to music or watching a movie as you're doing it. So let's dive into it. The first pattern I have in here, this hat, is the Simple Pleasures hat by Purl Soho, and they have about 3 versions, if I remember correctly, of the Simple Pleasure hat pattern that is available on their website. And for this one and one other version, at least I haven't checked the third one, the pattern calls for a fingering weight yarn held double for the brim, and then in the rest of the hat you'll be knitting finger eight yarn with a strand of mohair. So it is a pretty impressive hat because of the mohair situation in here, but it's not difficult to make at all. I have probably made 9 or 10 of these for myself and as gifts for people. And what I love about their patterns when it comes to accessories is that they will give you a really big size range. So you can find pattern size for baby all the way to a adult large size. And when I'm knitting this for people like my father or people who are a little bit, less into, say, the fuzzy, I just use a mohair that blends or matches the exact same color as the fingering weight yarn. So like a red kind of terracotta color, for example, or brown work really nice. But if you're knitting this for someone that is a little bit more feminine or prefer something that has a little bit more sass, you can use a contrasting color mohair to kind of spice it up a little bit. Or I quite often go for a white mohair as well. And this is just such a really lovely, impressive pattern that knits up in no time, and I have not had anyone receive one of these hats that told me that they didn't like it. So I highly recommend you to check it out. So this is Simple Pleasures hat, and I will be putting the links to all the pattern in the video description if you're interested in checking them out. This next one here is the Cocoon hat, and I don't want to risk mispronouncing the name of the designer, so I'm going to put it on the screen right here so you can see it for yourself. The pattern called for a bulky weight yarn, and in this particular hat I have used the Sweet Georgia Superwash soft yarn, which has since been discontinued. I have also used the Malabrigo Manchia yarn to knit this hat, which also worked really well. And what I love about this pattern is you can add interest by doing a little bit of a color block like this, or you can go for one solid color throughout the hat and it's still really lovely. You can wear it as is, or I have seen one of my friends kind of turn the brim around so that it has a less sort of slouchy effect, and that worked quite well too. When you're knitting this in a color block kind of setup, your brim will use less yarn than the crown. So what I will often do is I'll knit a second hat and I will use the leftover yarn from this color in the brim, and then I will use the other color from the brim on the other side. So I would just have kind of like an opposite hat, and that really worked quite well. I've also done stripe, which also look really cool. The pattern has an adult size small and large, so I'm not seeing a child size in this one, but you can certainly check out the pattern and see if there's a way you want to modify it to fit a small hat if that's what you want to do. The next pattern here is from one of my favorite collections. It's the Simple Collection by Tin Can Knits, and this is their Barley hat. And the Simple Collection is a set of patterns free patterns from them that are designed or geared towards learners, and they have really clear tutorials and instructions in the pattern. And another plus about Tin Can Knits patterns is they often give you a very wide range of sizing. So for this pattern, you can choose from a baby size all the way to an adult large size as well. And what's even more impressive when it comes to the pattern in this set is you can choose between different weights of yarn. So you can do a sock weight, a DK weight, and a worsted weight. And in here you can see I have this one that is knit with a Sweet Georgia Tough Love sock yarn, which is a fingering weight yarn. And then in here, this is a Malabrigo worsted weight yarn. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. And I just finished this one not long ago. I haven't even weave in the ends and finish up the hat. This one is gonna be a gift going out the door. So I have knit quite a lot of these in solid as well as variegated yarn. A pretty versatile pattern and very easy to knit as well. And there are other accessories as well as a pullover in that pattern collection. So I highly recommend you check it out. The next one here is a super bulky button hat. And again, without risking myself mispronouncing the name of the designer, you're gonna find her name across the screen. And this is from a collection called Kaleidoscope. So this pattern calls for a bulky weight yarn held double. And I end up using the Malabrigo raster yarn, which is bulkier than the suggested yarn, which is the Malabrigo chunky. So when I knit this, I did not have to hold 2-strand double. I just go for 1 strand, and this is the result. This pattern is a one size pattern, and if I'm not mistaken, even though in the picture they show a kit wearing it, I don't think I have made any modification to the pattern, and this fits a adult head. It gives you the opportunity to feature a special button from your collection in this very cute flap designed here. So I have picked up actually a button especially for this hat because I just love that I can make this a feature in this hat. So I have knit this for myself. I have knit this for my husband. It's a fairly easy knit and it's very cute. I love it. So these are my go-to hand-knit patterns for a quick, easy, beautiful gift. Do you have any go-to patterns when it comes to gifting? Leave me a comment and let me know. See you in the next video.